Hello, everybody.
Hello, everybody.
Happy MardiGrass.
Thank you, Gunja Fairies. What a wonderful festival that has its own team of beautiful Gunja Fairies who come in to entertain and to keep everyone calm. And, you know, last month when we were at the, what was it, the Military Armaments Convention,
yes.
where they sell all the tanks
Yes.
and bombs and guns and stuff.
No fairies.
No fairies.
Tamworth fairies?
No.
Punch in the face.
That's what you get.
Here we have our own fairies.
Gunja Fairies, beautiful fairies.
I hope one day to marry a Gunja fairy.
You mean another one? He's a he's a marriage celebrant.
I celebrate marriage, and
He does. He celebrates. He's been celebrating my marriage for almost as long as I've been married. My wife seems to enjoy your celebrations.
she does. I actually have never been married, and I've always, you know, wanted to. One day I intend to have a wife. I mean, I've had a few wives, but I want to have one of my own.
Yes, one of your own.
One that I can keep and say, this is mine. And the thing is, of course, Al,
Yes, mate.
I take the vows very seriously.
Yes.
You get married, it's forever. It's forever. Now, I figure if I'm about 70 is a good time to get married, because forever, I can do that, 5-6 years, I've done that.
Yeah, good. No,
And so, you know,
no, if you can
I'm
commit to
getting
that
ready.
long.
I'm getting
Yeah,
ready.
About 70.
About 70 is good.
Be very, very good.
Please, sit down.
Come on, we saved those seats for you.
Look at them, they're sitting at the front. You obviously haven't been to a comedy show before. All the cool people go at the back.
Yeah, that's right. Probably up the back smoking. Oh, you can do that anywhere here. You can smoke wherever you like, can't you? Who's been down to the sit out the front of the police station and try a speed roll under pressure?
That's pressure.
That's pressure.
But
Hey, what do you think you're doing? Nothing.
the thing that gets me is you walk down the street, you know, there's cops everywhere. They've got fucking nothing to do
Nothing.
except provoke.
Yeah. Are they using some sort of voice transition or something? What do they sound like?
I even went up to one of the ladies. I said, "Enjoying the cops?" She said, "Yeah, what about it?" I said, "Nothing." Carry on. May have just been a heavy smoker. Who knows?
They're obviously very afraid of something. The police hate Nimbin. They work for the government, which hates Nimbin, which to me just shows that Nimbin's doing something really good.
Yeah. You betcha.
I think it has something to do with the fight for human health and human rights. And, fucking let them have a go out there, but we are confusing them with our joy, mate.
That's it. Keep smiling.
We're winning and we're sad. Gunja fairy comes up. I mean, if there was a contest between a policeman and a Gunja fairy would win every time.
No question.
You can't.
Power of love.
Yeah, it's the power of love.
Power of love.
Remember a few years ago, they brought the riot squad up to Nimbin. Do you remember that? Who could forget?
Some of you might remember. Some of you
that.
might have been here. Remember they closed off the. I know there's a few now, but this time they just got new laws and they wanted to really flex their no testicles. And they came up. They shut down the hospital, didn't they?
Yep.
They made that the horse centre.
So the
Mounted police.
riot squad came to Nimbin with horses
Yep.
and sniffer dogs.
Oh.
A fucking riot squad. It's a pot party. There's not going to be a riot. You're flat out getting some poor bugger to get up from the lawn. They're not even going to move unless you put a tofu burger over here.
No, they clearly haven't thought that through, have they?
Unbelievable, right? They're just walking around saying, fucking hell, what are we doing here?
I haven't got anything for them. I've got the taser, I've got the
big bells. It makes them look like they've got big bums.
You got any lollygobble bliss bombs? I need those.
And the hemp bar where you can have a smoke, it's beautifully designed. It's got a narrow door. And because the cops have the big guns on them and they always walk in pairs, they try and go into the hemp bar.
Have another go. Hang on. Right, go sideways. I reckon we can do it.
Nah.
So you get some marijuana butter, you lube up,
Yeah.
born again into another universe.
Born. Beautiful.
And they brought the sniffer dogs.
That's not.
They brought sniffer dogs.
That's not right.
Dogs that can detect 1 molecule of THC in a cubic metre of air to MardiGrass. That's just fucking cruel.
That's cruel. We rang the RSPCA. We said that is fucked. Seriously. They're like 15 kilometres out of Nimbin.
Goolmangar.
These dogs have just lost it. They're like,
The dogs are getting hungry. They make it fucking hilarious. Unbelievable.
food, feed me. Oh, no.
Cruel. Sniffer dogs in Nimbin. That's thinking for you, isn't it? I suppose if you think, medical cannabis is a threat to society, obviously bring a sniffer dog into Nimbin is a smart idea.
Yeah.
And the horses,
That's not fair, right? That's cruel on those horses. You know about horses? You ever seen one? You know how big they are?
head up here.
You seen the nostrils on them?
This big. Sucks a lot of air.
But if you're in Nimbin and you're a horse,
You're in the smoke layer. Happy horse. We saw a mounted policewoman ride up to the hemp bar.
yeah,
Fucking horse just lies down. She gets off the horse. Her legs are in the same shape. Actually, look at that. They're born like that. I asked I was a journalist at the time, and I asked the cop how much they spent. And he said $1.2 million on this big shipment of cops from Sydney. Fucking good time to go and break and enter in Sydney, eh?
you bet nothing going on down there.
No.
Completely free range for you.
And I said, $1.2 million. I said, why are they here? And he said, to find drugs. And I'm thinking, give me $50. I'll go into Nimbin. Nobody gets hurt.
Yeah. Simple, see. They never ask the citizens for their help, do they? No. They could ask any one of you, say, you seen any drugs, and you'd all know what to say, wouldn't you? Just so to be. Yeah. Anyway, it's nice that, they wear the identifying uniform, the little costume they like. It's
Yeah,
good. You can spot them real easy. Everyone's looking cool and groovy and, oh, fuck. It's blue.
It's the village people. It's exactly the same outfit you see in the gay club in Brisbane, not that I've been there. The leather, the blue shirt. Actually, we were down in the Sativa Stadium. I got RSI of the mouth.
That's bad. It's been working.
So we're down there doing the Hemp Olympics today, and we look up towards Cullen Street. It's all grey, it's raining that. And I said down, Alan, I can see blue sky. Nah, fucking line of police, just walking past there.
What's the matter? My previous gig before I joined you, I was a meerkat. And I did a bit of YouTube work. And it really hit with people.
They say Nimbin people are a bit behind the times with the internet.
Yeah.
Was that about 10 years ago?
I think it might have been, yeah, still jealous.
Groovers. You'll be on Twitter next.
Yeah. Twitter, it's for twats. Now, what? Twitter. No,
That's gross. That's gross. That is the sort of thing that grosses me out. I don't even like Tinder. I want to call it Tender, where you find true love.
That'd be like they'd ring you up and get you and you'd just read them poetry, wouldn't you?
I would.
Tender.
Because poetry is it's the stuff that puts people to sleep. What?
It's always fun coming up here with this. Learn something new.
Any questions?
Weirdo.
We go to a lot of festivals. Why not? And
None like this though.
this is our home turf, or my home turf. Alan's from the Hunter Valley, but he's been coming here for a long time. My very good mate. We love hanging together. We love doing things that have meaning. And I love MardiGrass, and Alan loves MardiGrass because it's more than just having a good time. This is the funnest revolution, the funnest protest you can have. And just by coming here, you're doing something really meaningful for the planet. So good on all of you.
It's quite a long setup, maybe, isn't it? Well, you couldn't get anyone on. You threaten us. I'll chuck him at you.
You're doing your set, and someone says, "Get someone else on."
Yeah, no, that's bad.
He's a fucking mime. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. It's for deaf people. How many deaf people in the room?
We'll get to John
If you
Paul's.
want to organise something, there's a sit-in outside. John Paul Bell will be on. Unfortunately, our good mate Steady Eddie, we got a text yesterday. He's taken crook, and we send out our best wishes to him because he's a professional and he loves coming here, but Steady Eddie's not well. So we are getting John Paul Bell to do a set before. We have a real treat for you tonight, and that's our star act tonight, who will be coming on in the allotted time when we've done our allotted time, which will be just before John Paul Bell. I think marijuana makes you aggressive.
It does, I've noticed that, yeah. If it doesn't, then she should get some more. Unless it was a he, in which case, I'm sorry, madam, or sir. I can't keep up.
No,
and when I say madam, I'm just trying to be polite, I'm not suggesting that's your occupation, okay? Anyway.
Imagine hassling someone with a microphone.
I know, what a stupid thing to do.
Don't talk to a cop. Anyway, yeah, we like doing lots of festivals. We went to Woodford for a long time. Who's been to Woodford Festival? I don't like it so much now. Climate change has made it too hot for me. But we've had great times there, and we love camping out. We have a tent, the Glover and Sorrensen tent.
Beautiful tent.
Beautiful tent. It has a pole in the middle. Is it a pole?
Yeah.
And we sleep in there, and we're only gay when we're at festivals.
A little bit of dancing.
Yeah. A few wines. It's just really lovely.
It's great. First tent was too big, he kept getting away. So we went from the 4-man down to the 2-man pup tent.
Yeah.
No pole, but it's not a dome, somehow it stays up.
It's all your hot air, I think, mate.
Oh, thank you.
So we like camping out, and we must pay our respects and gratitude to Gillian, who's putting us up, so we don't have to camp. Well, we're in our caravans, but Woodford we like camping. But it's amazing. We got this story. It's Rachel and Greg.
Greg it was.
Greg and Rachel. So we got to know them. They were doing dancey things, and
Camped not far from us, were they?
We're lying in our tent, and this is in the camping area. So we're in our tent
Just
one night.
one night.
Yeah, we're like
Oh no, this is later.
like this.
Yeah.
And we're in our tent, and we're not asleep yet, and we hear them, Greg and Rachel, coming home, and they're like this, they're coming home, because it's 1 o'clock in the morning. You have to be quiet and respectful of people when they go home. You're a bit pissed. Let's go.
Where's the tent?
It's a blue one, I think.
They're all fucking blue.
Oh, wait, shh. There's a guy around here. There's people asleep here. Shh. Step carefully. What's that? I don't know. It's a ukulele. Okay. That's the swag. That's the swag. better, isn't it, mate?
Oh, thank God we're back.
Ah, let's relax now.
Oh,
How about something to drink?
why not?
Oh,
God,
there you go. Drink, 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 drink.
I love you.
Quarter of a millimetre of nylon is not soundproofing people when you're camping.
Not.
Unbelievable.
It's not. Do not fall for that. Get over to your side.
I want to be on this side so I can be like Sorrensen and Glover. That's it.
You're not big enough.
Right, Woodford. One of the things we really love about Woodford is going up on New Year's morning. Go up the mountain.
Oh, beautiful.
See the sun burst like an orange flower over the Glasshouse Mountains. You ever done that? The monks go there every year and they chant the New Year in. It's beautiful.
You go up before doing
Often it's the thing we like to do before we go to bed on New Year's night.
It is.
So we're going up there and they have a special track, don't they?
They do beautiful up the hill. Very
Beautiful,
hot.
beautiful. Now I've got a bit of a gammy knee, but I'm brave. I know this is a metaphor for the journey of life. So we're walking up. We're walking up, and on the side they have vignettes of beautiful girls and some men, and they're in sort of white linen, and they're doing things. And you go up, and you go up, and you can see like hope, and then over here there'll be like charity, and we're walking up, and fuck, it's a long way, but I'm a Catholic boy, you've got to suffer if you want to get good things. And at the top there's going to be something wonderful that'll move me. We walk up and up and up, and there's faith, and there's sodomy, and we're going up and up and up and up. And we start to hear this sound. We're getting tired, but we're going up. We get up, get up, get up, up. And finally we went to the top. It's the fucking generator. There are no monks.
None.
We're early.
Yep.
10 minutes later, they drive up in a Hilux. They're from Tibet, and they drive up the little hill in a Hilux.
Unbelievable.
Lazy monks.
Oh, lazy monks. And they're superstars now. That's why they're driving up now.
yeah.
Superstars. Going back into their motel.
Fucking, I can sing one note.
Yeah, exactly.
At least the Irish have got 3 notes.
But they're doing well, it doesn't matter. You know, the Ghetto Monks of Tibet, they're bringing out albums.
Yeah.
Ghetto Monks of Tibet do the Beatles. She loves you, yeah, yeah, yeah. She loves you, yeah, yeah, yeah. She loves you, yeah, 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 yeah. I've never gone that long with that, and it's not worth it.
And one of them, Thelonious Monk, he did a jazz album.
Thelonious Monk, yeah.
Just one for the Oh, yeah.
No, what's actually happened is that we've told that story and now they're bringing out albums of generators, aren't they?
That's right. It's just My Generator by Pete Townsend.
It's a small one, it's 2 kilowatt. Not so good. We're like the big grunchy 10 kilo, 15 kilowatts.
Oh, man.
Hey.
This is so good. And John Paul Bell Beyonce. Is he there behind me?
Behind you,
Fuck.
don't turn around.
I'll do that thing where I just pretend I'm doing something. He is there.
Wouldn't
I'm
give you
feeling a
lungs.
bit ill. I think it's my prostate. Actually, I want to go to the toilet.
Let's
I'm
get
getting old.
Carry your prostate off the stage, morning.
Should we really go now?
Let's
Is
put
it
him on.
time?
Yeah, it's time.
I don't think we should have invited him. I'm just having fun.
Oh, fuck. John Paul Bell can't be with us. He's just texted.
He's sick and steady Eddie. He's not coming. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got a great night of comedy for you. Please make welcome to the stage of Humour and Insight, Mr. John Paul Bell.
John Paul Bell, ladies and gentlemen, otherwise known as Astor Mascarpone. Ta-da! And he picked your cheese slice. It's incredible, eh? How do they do it? What? What's the matter? Do you lose the keys?
No,
What's up? You right?
I've lost my faith in humanity.
Oh, if anyone can find S's faith in humanity, pass it forward, please.
Some days you just feel like that, eh? Just something happens along, I'm going well, and then suddenly I hit a point, boom. I want to just do something else now.
Anything can happen like that, mate.
You know, Elle and I have had many interesting experiences, and we were just recollecting today that many years ago, or some years ago, we went to Vietnam. Anyone been to Vietnam?
Yeah.
They didn't laugh at our jokes, you know, they didn't speak English, but we had an excellent time there. And one morning I woke up and my mate Al, who normally doesn't get up before 11 or 12, he was up. And he was looking really sad and grumpy, that's normal. But I said, how you going, Al? And he said,
good, not good.
what's the matter, man?
Toothache, bad toothache.
He was reduced to monosyllabic language,
C.
and he was in a lot of pain. And we're in Vietnam. And I said, well, mate, Vietnam has some great dentists.
Yeah.
And we looked up one. There's an appointment at 9:15 across town in Vietnam on a Thursday.
Yeah.
Peak hour traffic. The Australia dentist.
Well, I thought it sounded safe. The Australian dentist made me feel better. I didn't know. I was the only Australian in the place.
But anyway, how are we going to get there? Now, I'd been in Vietnam for ages, like 2 months. I was riding a Honda 125 in peak hour Hanoi traffic. I loved it. I had a death wish. Anyone who's been to Hanoi and sees the traffic, it is a dance of miracles. Unbelievable. So, I say, Al, get on the back. We are going to your dentist across town on the back of my Honda Wave 125S. So we get on. Like this. 2 big blokes, 210 kilograms on a bike that weighs 5. And he says, because his tooth is aching.
Take it easy, mate, take it easy.
So I'm taking it easy. Left, right, oh my God, footpath, oh, coffee, road, where is it, mate, where is it?
Here!
Okay, we get to the dentist.
I'll go in.
Poor bugger. Vietnamese are so tough they don't use anaesthetic. It's their way of getting back for the horrible shit we did to them for no reason. And he comes out, but they're cheap. How'd you go, mate?
No, it's really fantastic. Great job. Great job.
You got a new tooth?
I think done all of that.
An implant?
Yeah, cool.
How much?
It was 2 million dong.
$120.
Yeah,
Fucking cheap.
yeah.
I'll take you home. Let's go. We'll go home and have a beer. So we get back on the Honda 125. I'm going to take it easy. You okay? Gently this time. Here we go. Ring, 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 ring. Uh-oh, roadworks. Pothole. $120, 120 minutes. Good value in Vietnam. Thanks for indulging us. We've just been thinking about that for a while.
I went to my Australian dentist. I walked in and she said, make yourself comfortable, so I left.
I've got a really good dentist in Brunswick, the holistic dentist. But it gets me. He always wants to take x-rays. I say, aren't x-rays dangerous? He says, no, mate, they're fine. And then he and the assistant fuck off behind a lead wall.
Safety. You know what make it really safe now?
I know, I'm with you, brother. Let's do it, eh?
Let's get him, eh?
Please make welcome to the stage. They call it stage because it's higher than you guys, Mr. Tommy Dean!
Huh? Yeah, sure. Yeah, that'd be good. Thank you, Rhodey Al. That's very nice. Ladies and gentlemen, Al and S. Good thing. First off, thank you so much for letting me come up and hang out. I have never been to this event. I didn't know this event existed. And now I don't know if I can ever go home. This has been one of the most enlightening days of my life. I have learned so many things. I mean, clearly, there was a time when I would have walked amongst you more in tune with you. You'll see that I'm wearing the official Mexican stoner outfit. I brought that from Mexico, authentically. And I was a little disappointed to see that you can buy them here for 35 Australian dollars. When in Tijuana they cost 3 American dollars. That's where they're going right now. What, $3? I'm gonna go get me one of those. But what I love so far is how easy it all seems. Here's what I've learned. I've learned that every hat is a cool hat. I used to be a sad person to judge people for their hats, but when I saw them all at once, I realized it didn't matter anymore. I'm so happy to have you in the front row proving my point. It's such an excellent hat. So many excellent hats. When I arrived, I knew that there was going to be fun because as I arrived this afternoon, the first announcement I heard on the street was, if you want to play in the stoned chess tournament, the chess tournament for stoned people is now. And then I thought, if anybody finds it, they're disqualified. So I would like to congratulate all of you for winning the Stoners Chess Tournament. Not participating is its own reward. I can't imagine it's a sport that really should be played by stoned people. It feels like the entire game would be, whose turn is it? I thought it was your turn. And then you would all be stunned. That was a half joke, that was very fair. It's been nice, it's been very nice. What I really like is how every half block the music changes, and thus the movie changes. I was in a very sad saxophone-driven rainy day song, sadness. And then I went down to the pub, and then it was a heavy metal show. And then I came back up here to hear pan flutes, which makes dumplings take even longer to cook. Not a big fan of the pan flute. But I like dumplings a lot. It was a push-pull situation. But everyone seems so happy. Even Santa Claus is here. Where else would he hang out? It's the off season for you, big fella. It's a holiday, exactly right. Tie-dye for everyone next Christmas. It's so much fun. There was a guy, just for the show, you would have all not seen it because you were in here, but there was a guy who had a double-sided light stick who looked just like a Jedi Knight, walking down the middle of the road, batoning it like a Jedi Knight would, with the exception of a Jedi Knight is street safety aware. Help delight to just bolsters. There's so much of it. There's just so much of it here. I know that they talk about the police. I don't understand. But I like that you seem to be mocking them by making the biggest donuts I've ever seen. And then putting them down the middle. They're gonna have to work for it. I want to walk down there, but once I get it, I don't know if I can come back up. Maybe what we should do is buy 4 of them. And then drive them up the hill. That'd be so good. Just by a round of applause, how many people of you are visiting from another country today? I'm pretty sure that was a lie. I've been listening to you talk, and I'm pretty sure there are a lot of countries represented in this neighborhood this afternoon. And now that I've said it out loud, it suddenly occurred to me, they probably don't know what I asked them. So I'll take it back, I'm sorry. Welcome. Welcome. I'm originally from Arizona in the United States. I like to be clear about that up the front. I'm from one state, not all of them. That makes me less powerful. I noticed how I moved here. I moved here a long time ago. I came over here in 1992. I met a young woman who was traveling in America, and she came to a comedy show. We got to talking after the show, then a little thing led to another little thing. The next thing you know, whirlwind romance got away. And then she was leaving, and we wasn't sure what to do. It had been a lovely 2 weeks, and she was obviously quite a person, but I didn't know what would happen next. And then she said something to me that a woman has never said to me before. And it's one of those things that you sometimes hear that just sits in your ear and just can't believe you heard it. But she said, I'll never forget it. She said, I own a house. I would have settled for I had my own car. That's crazy. Let's go to where you live. Where's that again? And they're trying to sign up. This was 1992, so immigration was a little bit easier back then. It was fun too. The Australian consulate was a little bit disappointed with me. They kept saying that. I remember specifically, it was 2 weeks. We only known each other for 2 weeks, and I applied for a marriage visa. And they were like calling me all the time and saying, Tommy, we don't think this is a marriage of love. We think this is a marriage of convenience. We think you want to come to Australia and take one of our jobs. I said, man, look at my record. I haven't had a job in America. Why would I suddenly get the urge? You guys have had some awesome jobs. Then you fill in the test. I love filling in the test. Test is most of the general information you would expect a test of this to have on it, but the question that always catches my eye is question 13. Question 13 says, have you ever used illegal drugs in your life? Like they're going to trick you. Yes. Ooh, that's probably the wrong answer. But then if you were honest to say yes, question 14 is a follow-up. If you answered yes to question 13, please give complete details of the experience. Okay. And then they leave one line. I didn't know what to write. Wow. They wanted some good stories. Give me a compo book. There's always a hassle, you know. I just don't know why people don't relax anymore. I still get stopped. You know, I'm 50 years old, man. I still get stopped. Every time I travel back to America to visit my family, LA pulls me up. Because I don't know what it is, but people just assume that if you have long hair, you do drugs. Right. The assumption is rude. Ask me in the traditional way. Pass me a joint and see if I take it. That's the polite way to ask me, sir. And every time, so rude. Every time. Hey, are you bringing drugs into the United States of America? And do you see where I'm traveling from? He said, yeah, you're coming from Australia. I said, yeah. Do you know how much drugs cost in that country? I was bringing stuff in, man. I'd just be showing off. You might want to talk to me again on the way out. That's how capitalism works. We never seem to applaud the things that stoner culture brought the world. Right now, there's a whole heap of it. At any given moment, there's about 25% of the world's food supply on bicycle wheels coming towards your house. But pizza delivery started it, and that was thanks to us. We created that industry. I don't know if you knew it, all three things were in place. We had Pizza Hut, we had telephones, we had cars, but nobody had put them together. And I think what happened was we were calling up and ordering pizza. Be like, yeah, we'll have that ready for you about half an hour, come on down and pick it up. And then we would get stoned. For being self-conscious and also safety conscious. We would think we probably shouldn't drive down there. Call them back up. Hey man, I was just wondering, could you bring that pizza to my house? And at first they'd be like, no, we don't do that. You better come down here and pick that up, or there's going to be some trouble. And this would happen again and again and again. And eventually the manager would have come in to find out why so many pizzas were not being picked up. The assistant manager would be like, you know what I think is happening? I think these people are getting stoned. Because they keep calling us back and asking us to bring the pizza to them. Can you believe it? But the manager, being the manager, would have spotted the opportunity. Oh. If what you're telling me is true, we could lower the quality of this product by 75%. They're too stoned to pick it up. What are the chances they'll bring it back? Yeah, we'll get in 2 for 1. That's the part that never makes sense, does it? Call them up. Can I just get a large pepperoni pizza, please? Did you know that for the same price you can have 2 large pepperoni pizzas, a garlic bread, and a bottle of Pepsi? That doesn't sound just what they'd be supposed to. But I'll have it. My favorite is the magic of the time designation. Always 30 to 40 minutes. That's always what you're quoted. 30 to 40 minutes. And I think they do that on purpose to appear magical to you. Because I believe what happens is, you order the pizzas. And they're like, okay, we'll have those to you in 30 to 40 minutes. You hang up the phone, sit down on the couch, smoke another joint, promptly forget you ordered a pizza. About half an hour later, you think to yourself, man, I sure could go for a pizza. And suddenly there's a knock on the front door. No way! I was just thinking I wanted a pizza. 2 of them. I grew up in the era of say no to drugs. It was a disappointing time. But as the comedy of the late 80s reminded us, if your drugs are talking to you, you should say no. Scare campaigns all the way down. Never understood scare campaigns because the choices adults make, I think we know the risks that we take when we make it. I think that's fair. Smoking is clearly one. I see a lot of people smoking here. Clearly, we all know that tobacco is a terrible choice. But it doesn't make us stupid. It just makes us unwise. So they try to scare us by putting giant, scary pictures on cigarette packs. They overreach. Have you seen the picture of the big gangrene foot? All of us know that gangrene does not sneak up on you overnight. No one goes out for a cigarette break at lunchtime, comes back into their desk and they're like, man, my foot really hurts. I don't know what happened. I had a cigarette. I mean, unless you work on the top of a mountain. The worst one is the big picture of the woman's mouth with all the gums rotting and the teeth falling out. It's so terrible. Part of me thinks, she has no friends anyway. Seriously, if you had friends, you would not get to that state of dental disrepair. One of your friends would have had a word a few weeks earlier. The only way I can see that it makes sense is if somebody said, hey Sally, your teeth are getting really bad. I think you should see a dentist. And Sally's like, I know, I'm aware of it, and I want to see a dentist, but the problem is I drive a manual, and my left foot has gangrene. I can't reverse the car. I'm on an incline. So I moved over. I moved over to this glorious, glorious place. And I came in blind. I think that's one of the excitements of moving to a new country is just don't know anything about it. No. And America has made that possible for us to go anywhere in the world. Not know anything about it. It's embarrassing, but our education system, like yours is very good. Like I've always suggested that the metaphor is your education system is like looking through a telescope. So the way that you teach your people is that you look through the eyepiece of the telescope. And out there is the great big world. But sadly, in American education, we take that telescope and turn it around. So from our perspective, this is us! And there's all you people. That's why Americans look confused when they get off the plane here for the first time. They're actually looking around going, oh my God, these people are life-size. I was going to take one home in my pocket. My mom came out a few years ago, and the first thing she said, I said, what do you want to do today, Mom? And she said, oh, I think I might just get on a bus and go see Uluru. All right, I'll see you on Thursday. No, I'll be back for dinner. Oh, I don't think so. You just don't know. But we don't know. We don't know anything. The only two things that we know about Australia. Number one, we know that you love to drink. You are very clear about that on the international stage. But on none of your tourist brochures anywhere does it say, oh, by the way, when you're there, they call it piss. Well, that was a fun choice you made. I'll never forget the first time a guy asked me out for a beer. Hey, man, you want to get some piss? Whose is it? Oh, maybe you had a recycling process I wasn't aware of. But he's very kind, as Australians are. He said, no, mate, you got to realize you're in Australia now. Piss is beer, and beer is piss. I said, all right. We got inside the pub. I ordered the only beer you've ever advertised in America. I said quite proudly, I'll have a Foster's thing. And the guy I'm with like, no, mate, that's piss. I know. I am paying attention. In fact, it took me quite a while to work out that Australians are about as likely to drink Foster's as a Mexican is to drink Corona. I don't know if you enjoy Corona here and there on occasion, but I should warn you, when it comes to calling certain beers piss, you are a lot closer with that one than you know. Let's just say there's a reason you put a piece of lemon in the tub. Forewarned is forearmed. The only other thing that we know is that you, as a people, are awesome at sport. Oh, man. The irony is, you are awesome at sports that we had no idea existed. I moved here in the middle of cricket season, and this is still the most confusing thing I have faced in my life. Every man that I met would talk to me about the cricket as if it was the most exciting thing that men get together to do. And then I would watch the matches on the TV. And I was pretty sure I was on the wrong channel. This can't be what they're talking about. But you can judge a country's culture by the sports that they play, so I wanted to know what it was. Clearly I was missing something, and I would have to understand it to get along here. And the moment I figured it out, you can't sit back down. You can't put the milk back in the glass you spilled. Just so we're clear, I want you all to be clear, that never hurts my feelings. We all live our lives in very different time signatures. For all I know, they just realized that their house was unlocked. Or maybe there's a deal on snow cones after dark that I'm not aware of. Maybe they got scared that Santa was sitting right behind them. And they were feeling naughty. Or maybe they thought that fucking coyote was going to kill them. It might not be a coyote. The lights are in my eyes and I'm wearing my reading glasses. It's a mistake that I make. Because my see everywhere else glasses don't look as cool as these. So, sacrificing vision for vanity. And I think people like it when you bump into stuff. They think that guy's aware of his surroundings. What is it? What is your hat? Hood?
It's a tiger.
It's a, sorry?
It's a tiger, I think.
A what? A tiger, a tiger. Okay. I also don't have very good hearing. So we're clear. So sometimes when I interact with the audience, I will answer questions in a way that you wouldn't have imagined that I should have. I thought you said it's a Pythagoras thing. I thought that guy's working some angles on it. Bam! I'm recovering from being abandoned by the teenagers.
So finish the story about cricket.
I'm going to finish the story about it. Just have to give enough space so I roll back around into it. It caught me right. It was called the upbeat of the joke. They had me at the upbeat, and I rip it out on the downbeat. So now I have to reset the up so the down works. Comedy is a precious thing. Doesn't seem like it, but it's like fairy floss, man. It just looks all voluminous and perfect, and spit on it is nothing. Thank you, young people, for spitting on my fairy floss. Also, the entire time I've been on, I can't figure out what song I'm listening to. There's just enough song there that I can almost get it, but I can't quite work it out. It's freaking me out. But I wanted to understand this country. See, I work back around to it. And I thought if I can figure out this cricket thing, I'll be in. And the day that I worked it out was a moment of clarity like none I've ever had. I'll never forget the moment. Sitting at home, watching a test, trying desperately to understand why men love this game. My wife happened in from the other room and said, "Tommy, could you come out and help me with the gardening?" And I said, "Sure, baby. As soon as this test is over." 5 days off. James here, vicious. I like that about Australia. There's a certain viciousness I just absolutely adore. This is my favorite Australian sporting trivia question. In what sport do more Australians die while playing than any other?
Fishing.
The lawn that's exactly right. Isn't it fun to think about? And I am aware that the statistic is skewed by the age of the people playing. But it also goes to your viciousness. At a time when you should be saying to your senior citizens, why don't you go inside and rest and reflect on a life well lived? You instead say to your old people, hey, why don't you go outside in the summer? Under the world's most dangerous sun. Smoke cigarettes, drink beer, and bend over a lot. And then, as if that wasn't enough, then you give them balls that won't even roll straight. So cruel. So cruel. The other one I sometimes hear is rock fishing, but I don't think rock fishing is a sport. I don't understand rock fishing. Rock fishing seems just you know why I don't understand it? Because every rock fisherman, I don't know if it's like around the country, but in the city, man, they're constantly getting blown off the rocks. And it's like, I don't know why you even risk it. It's clearly a risky activity. But right next to the beach where you got blown off the rocks was a very good fish and chip shop. Go there. And never once have I seen the corpse of a rock fisherman being wenched out of the sea with chips. What's the point? Just for fun, Santa, he looks exactly like one of your elves from up here. So tiny with his little green suit. It could be the glasses, man. I'm fogging up too. It's hot in here. So fun. What's your name, Bob Marley?
Ken.
James?
Ken.
Ken.
James is my middle name.
Ken James. Good to it. Very good. And what is your favorite, sir? What is your favorite activity at MardiGrass?
Watching.
Watching.
Yeah.
I think most people know. I think if we're looking around, it feels like 90% of us are staring. And 10% of us are on something else. I like different drummers, so I don't mind the beat of a different drummer, but I like the cafe next door. I don't know if they're everywhere, but I've never seen such a thing outside of Christmas time. But they have like a little tree, just in my direction, in that little cafe area. They're like a wish tree. It's a wishing tree, and they have little tags, and everybody can write a little wish that they would like to place into the world. It's a very lovely idea. And most of them are a little bit too grandiose. I think sometimes, again, we overreach. I would like peace for all of the world. Well, that's a lovely thought, but really, good luck. I would like everyone to just love and get along. Again, it's a lovely idea, but it ruins comedy if you ask me. I would just like this weekend to be peaceful for all. And then, finally, a wish with realism attached to it. Who has shrooms? I like a real wish. Very excited. Ladies and gentlemen, we roll in to my end moment here on the Big Fun. I'm not rushing you off. I just know that even though time is a universal construct that sometimes is relative based on what we're doing, there still will be a time we have to end. And we're closer to the end now than we were at the beginning. It just feels with a community such as this, it would be remiss of me if I didn't open up the floor. I am generally an expert in most things. So if there's any questions. I noticed you like the panel. You like a panel show in this country, so it doesn't really matter. It doesn't have to be in-depth, or it could be something you're curious about. But any questions? Any questions at all?
Where are the shrooms?
The secret of life. We know the answer to that. Everyone knows the answer to that. Oh, the shrooms. Yeah. The answer is... the problem. It's the only time that I've ever been in a group of people where when I put this on, I didn't feel like I stood out as the guy with drugs. It's like because it's warm. And it's, waterproofy, and it's got this little pocket. In this pocket, I keep amazing things like napkins. I've never done shrooms. I've always heard about them. They sound scary. I'm sure it's awesome fun. It's awesome fun. But I don't travel well. I get nervous on the bus. So given how far the people that tell me stories that they went on shrooms, I just don't know how to pack. One day. I think there's a time. I think the only thing I'm missing, I should have come here 10 years ago. 10 years ago, I was on the edge of the end, but now at 50, I feel slightly over the top. I can't quite party the way you young kids are throwing it around out there. And I have young children. It's weird to have young children and try to balance how you actually feel about things versus how the world tells them to think about things and try to mix and match those two moments. I've got identical twin daughters, right? They're really identical. Just so we're clear how identical they are. They're like the word identical. Like some people just say it as an idea. This is literal. Like I'm sometimes not sure if I have twins or if I've got one girl that moves very fast. Like it is so bad, I am not allowed to give them medicine. Like that stems from a little incident when they were 7. They both had a little cough. I was set to give them some cough syrup. About half an hour later, one of them was asleep. And the other one was coughing. It's weird, the medicine should affect them the same. The coughing girl coughed all night. And then when the sleeping girl woke up 3 days later. I was like, what happened, honey? She said, I don't know. The unicorns came and got me and we went for a ride. I'm going to get to go again, Daddy. You don't want to be hypocritical, but like, I don't drink very often, but I was on a cruise ship gig, and if you've never been on a cruise ship, you'll know why I was drinking. Saddest place on earth. But anyway, I just got so hammered on the last night that we were on the ship, and I came home, and as I got off the ship, I got a text from my wife saying, we've had our first teenage drinking incident. One of the girls got drunk while you were away, and I want you to have a word to her when you get home. So I sat them both down. I didn't know which one it was. I talked to both of you about this. Very quietly, because Daddy has a headache. Just want to make the following points clear. We are disappointed that you chose to drink, but did you have a water in between everyone? That's probably a good idea. Just so you know how Daddy feels about it, he thinks marijuana's safer. Don't tell your mom I said that part. She does not have the same philosophy. It's hard. Discipline's always an issue, man. I got a son as well. He's 16 years old now. He started turning around. Eight becomes the discipline problem, and we just had it. Because the problem with discipline in my house is mostly I see the world not as right and wrong, right? I see everything really pretty much through the prism of funny and not funny. In my world, funny is good, not funny is bad. My wife, a little bit more traditional. The classic example of our philosophy clashing, right? So when my son was 7, there was a knock one afternoon at the front door. He ran to answer it. When he opened the door, he discovered religious missionaries on the front porch. Now, for reasons still unclear to me, he decided to drop his pants and wag his cock at them. See my dilemma? tell them that is wrong. But it's so funny. Perfect target, perfect timing. Yeah, you can't make that better. Sorry, I interrupted the question with the story. The answer is I don't know. To the person in the back who's afraid to yell out, the answer is fructis. That is the shampoo I use. I only wash every third day, but I condition twice a week. It's a little out of shape at the moment because I've been wearing a ball cap all day because, hats. We talked about that earlier. It's a cool hat, but it's from a company that makes Bermuda grass, and I thought that was ironically hilarious. Because it's grass. Literally. Grass. None of you got it. I'm walking around all day with my head. Sorry, any other questions? You have a question which you don't want to answer. What is your cool one? You have it. I can see it behind your eyes. I can see it. All right, I know what it is. I don't want to be psychic, but I have a feeling. They want to know if they can have a picture on your lap after the show.
Highly good parental supervision.
That's a good point. And now that I hear how wise you were, sir, now I'm starting to wonder if I've made a mistake and you're actually Gandalf. But what was Gandalf but Santa kicking ass? That's what it was. All right, my friend, a big dismount coming. Don't worry, I got a big dismount, but I don't want to close this down if there was still a question. This side didn't participate.
What's your favorite color?
You should finish your book, sir. I see you sitting there. You, right there. Finish the Game of Thrones trilogy. Books. I messed it up, my part. I forgot how many there were. I've only seen the TV show. I was trying to be literary because we have the patent that you could be R.R. Martin. That would have been good. Yeah. But you know what I should have gone with Thomas Keneally. That would have been a better, more Australian literary reference. And both of them would have gotten the same reaction. And then Kelly's here too, good to see you, man. See, again, don't take this wrong, but with a crowd that you're aware generally is maybe just slightly drunk or generally straight, people can see that right away. But I'm assuming that the way that you have your minds tuned at the moment, there's a little part of you every time going, how awesome is that? I can't believe all of these celebrities are here. The coolest festival ever. I saw Santa, I saw R.R. Martin, Thomas Keneally was here, Evel Knievel, and that guy from Revenge of the Jedi. For some reason, that guy from Blind Melon says I talked for hours. All right, Devin, I'll let you get back to your big festival. Before I go, and I do have a big closing moment, just so you're aware, I don't like to leave on platitudes, but I would like to thank, first off, all of the volunteers, because wow. I've never been to a festival that had so many people wearing volunteer vests. Just sitting in the show.
I went to the combi parade and I became a volunteer.
Isn't that awesome? That's what's great about this community, sir.
It was excellent.
Can I give you a hand? You're a volunteer. Put this vest on. And we need to scare the children up. Put this hat on. So good. So But I do love it. I love the volunteers. I don't exactly know who organized all of it, but I think they maintain a certain mysterious aura. So I would like to thank them and their mysterious aura for bringing us all together. It's fantastic. And I would like to thank as well the police. Because as we all know, without the dark we cannot see the light. And to be fair, some of you fuckers did not know how to use a pedestrian crossing. And we still need to drive cars. One day that will not be needed, but right now we still need them. So you gotta pick your moment.
It means something different in our country.
Which part? It means something different.
Yeah. Pedestrians have rights in this country.
No, I'm sorry, you're right. And I was unclear. My point was, use the fucking pedestrian crossing. And look up from your phone when you're doing it. Because a lot of people seem to think that when you step into a pedestrian crossing, a force field goes up. That is not going to happen. It was glorious. So outside all the fun, I also want to thank you generally as Australians and people who come to Australia. Like I said, I've been here for 26 years, and I just turned 50 last year. That makes me exactly 1 year more Australian than the United States inside of me, and that makes me feel good. Just so we're clear, did the lights just do something weird? Okay. Because I've never done shrooms, but I have done acid. That was a while ago, but I had heard rumors of the flashback game. I thought if it was going to happen, now's the time. No, you know what's happening is one of the volunteers is getting tired from bicycling underneath the theater. So why don't you could run down there and take over the pedal power? Takes the last few minutes of the show. That'll be good. The glory of it is understanding. You know, that's what I think it all came down to. Is that for as much as I try to explain how awesome Australia is to all my friends and family in America, they never get the details, they just don't pay attention. What it comes down to, in my opinion, is these two very simple facts. Number one, you simply have the greatest sense of humor I have ever encountered in my life. Yes, indeed. And I'm not talking about the way it celebrates in comedy like this. I am talking about the way that Australians bring laughter to everyday situations. The fact there's a smile behind everything you do. The fact that you cannot go into a pub in this country and not see two people sharing a joke. I think that is glorious. That's a nice one. That is just so nice. But ultimately, in the times we live in, it is the optimism that I stand behind, because the optimism in this country is second to none. And again, I can just go on and on about all the different ways that this country is optimistic, but the most perfect example of your optimism. When I moved here in 1992, all of Australia was still using the big round rotary dial telephone. Remember the big round phone? Yeah. And as a mark of your supreme optimism, you chose as your emergency services number 000. On this phone, you can dial Pizza Hut faster than you can call the police. Suddenly you're in trouble. Oh no! Quit stabbing me! Okay, that stinks. Alright, you're in trouble now. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll be around all tomorrow. I look forward to seeing you all on the streets, waving and wearing fabulous hats. Please have an enjoyable, safe weekend. I look forward to seeing you again.
That's it right there, folks. It's Mr. Tommy Dean. Tommy Dean. Thank you so much, folks, for coming along and supporting our comedic part of this brilliant, beautiful festival. Wouldn't you agree, yes?
It's been a great festival. We're halfway through, and we'll see you all tomorrow. Be safe tonight. Have fun. By having fun, you're doing the right thing, and love one another. Give us money. See you later.
See you at the Olympics tomorrow. Midday. One more round of applause. Tommy Dean, John Paul Bell. See you tomorrow. Here they are. Look at them. That's them there. Have a great night, folks. Have a MardiGrass.